Hi, and welcome to another one of our awesome educational videos. Today we're going to talk about introductions and conclusions. So what is an introduction? Short and sweet, it is the first paragraph of your essay. But what makes up a good introduction is having these three parts: having a hook, a bridge, and a thesis. We'll talk about all those different parts here in a little bit. Now let's answer the question, what is a conclusion? Again, short and sweet, the answer is the last paragraph of your essay. But again, if you want to have a really quality conclusion, it needs to be made up of these three parts: a restated thesis, a summary, and a final thought. Now, let's talk about the introduction a little bit. The hook is the first sentence of your entire essay, first sentence, first paragraph, and you really want to hook the reader in and make it interesting with a cool statement, fact, a quote, or maybe even a question. Then, once you move past that, you get into the bridge. The bridge is where you give us all the necessary background information that we need in order to understand your topic and understand where your essay is going. So this is a good place for definitions or any history of your topic that you need to include for the reader to understand what you're talking about. Last but not least, you have your thesis, which is the main point in one summarized sentence of your whole essay. If you need help with developing a thesis statement, check out our video on developing thesis statements. Now, let's go over this introduction example, and I'll talk about how each of those parts play in to this essay. So, for this topic, we have the topic that dogs they're better pets than cats. This is our overall topic, and this is the first paragraph of that essay. Now, we want to start with something interesting. First, dogs have long been known as man's best friend. That's a cool statement. It draws you in, makes you want to keep reading more. Now we have our bridge. We have to give all this necessary background information in order to better understand the topic. Dogs and humans have a special symbiotic relationship. From the first humans to offer table scraps in exchange for extra protection, this relationship has grown into much more. Cats, on the other hand, do not offer the same benefits. So we've discussed dogs and their relationship with humans. We've also discussed cats and their relationship with humans. Finally, we get to our thesis statement. Therefore, dogs are better pets than cats because they are loyal, easier to train, and offer protection for their household. So in that thesis statement, offered my three main points that I'm going to discuss later in the essay. Now, for the conclusion, again, we have these three parts, which are very similar to the introduction, but they're kind of backwards. So we'll start off by restating our thesis statement. We want to remind the reader at the end of the essay what your main point was, what you're trying to get across, and what you want them to take away from your essay. So tell us one more time in the conclusion. Next, we want to give a brief summary. We want to talk about, everything we discussed in the essay to make it really clear, wrap it all up, tie a little bow on it, illustrate all those main points one more time. And last but not least, we have a final thought, which is kind of like a hook, but it's the last sentence of the essay. So you are leaving the reader wanting more. You're leaving them with some kind of a glimpse into the future, a final idea, something that really gets them thinking at the end of your essay. Now, let's go over this conclusion example. Again, this is the last paragraph of the essay under the topic that dogs are better pets than cats. Dogs are simply a superior pet to cats. I didn't say it the exact same way. I didn't go through my main points again because I'm going to summarize here in a moment. But I illustrated my overall point that says, hey, dogs are just better than cats as pets. Now I'm going to go into my summary and hit on those main points. Their loyalty to their owners is undying, point 1. Not only this, but it is easy to train dogs when they start at a young age. Point 2. So I probably discussed how the young age played a factor in it in the essay somewhere. Finally, they instinctively protect their owners. Point 3. And we have effectively summarized the whole essay and just reminded the reader, hey, these are my main points. This is what I want you to take away. We're going to end it with, when choosing between a dog and a cat for a pet, a dog will always be the ideal candidate. Now, I ended it that way because now I'm leaving the reader thinking, well, if I want a pet, which one do I really want to get? And that way it applies to their life. It talks about how it would impact them, and it leaves them thinking, yeah, I think I could get a dog instead of a cat. So, if you need some help with your introductions or conclusions, by all means, come see us at the Writing Center. We offer one-on-one tutoring, and we also have a number of instructional handouts over things like introductions and conclusions, thesis statements, framing quotes, all of that. Anything that you need help with as far as writing goes, we probably have a handout for it, and if we don't, come talk to us, come see us. Here's our website right here where you can sign up for a session, or you can go and access these videos and all those awesome handouts. All right, thank you for watching.